Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and we are back in the lobby bar for another cocktail extravaganza. Brian and Michaela here with you, and Michaela made the recommendation that we talk about something with a dark liqueur here in this little cocktail featurette. So I went ahead and went through my cards, and I pulled out a cocktail, and it is called the Penicillin. Michaela, do you know anything about the Penicillin?
I know that it's the punchline to one of my favorite jokes in one of my favorite movies that you absolutely hated, For the Boys.
Mm,
They say, "What do you give a guy that's got anything or that's got everything?" And the answer is penicillin. Haha.
yeah,
Um,
I could have used like a handful of penicillins. I think there. It's a
so
long
I
film. I
always
would have
get
sobered up three
it would have been
times.
would have, yeah, you needed about six penicillins to be able to enjoy that movie. I know. I will say though, I will say that I always get the painkiller and the penicillin confused. I always get them
Okay.
confused because they sound kind of similar, like they would make you feel better somehow. But they are not, in fact, the same. They are very different.
They're very different, absolutely. So the penicillin actually is a pretty new cocktail. So it's not had a very long chance to, or it's not had a very good chance to make its way into many feature films. But we're going to talk about that here in a second. We need to mix up a penicillin. I mentioned it's pretty new, right? It just came into life. Sam Ross, a bartender at the Milk and Honey bar in New York City, created it in 2005. So it's like a modern classic penicillin. It's very prestigious now. You'll see it on a lot of high-end cocktails, even as like a cocktail like staple for places that do
Mm.
their own kind of cocktails. But the penicillin always is en route right there. So what you're going to do is into a shaker tin, you're going to put in 2 ounces of Scotch whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup, and you're going to add 2 to 3 quarter-inch slices of ginger, right? So just get your little hand of ginger. I think that's what those are called. Go ahead and peel off the skin as good as you can. Cut it up into a couple of chunks. Throw those in there, and then you're going to muddle that kind of with all that liquid. It's going to infuse the ginger into uh, that concoction there, that scotchy, lemony concoction. It's going to have
Mm.
this beautiful ginger fragrance to it. Go ahead and add some ice. You can shake that and then strain it into. I like to do mine into like a rocks glass with a big ice cube. You can certainly
Mm.
do that. You could do it into a coupe glass probably, but I like the addition of the ice melt here because on top we're going to float about 1/4 of an ounce of Islay Scotch. Now scotches come from a couple of different places within Scotland. The Islay region are the ones that have that peat smoke to it. So when
Mm.
you think of a Scotch and you think that it is smoky, that's specifically one kind of Scotch from Islay. So you're going to just float a little bit of that on top, so you get a little bit of that smoke, and then that ginger kind of coming through the rest of that. Garnish that with some candied ginger, and you're good to go. Last year was your year of whiskey, Michaela. I don't know if that included much delving into the world of Scotch whiskeys, but how does this one sound?
This sounds really good. I feel like the Islay Scotch is kind of like a mezcal for tequila lovers kind of thing. It's got that smokiness,
Hmm.
that kind of I don't know. It's very earthy. This sounds really amazing to me. I would probably try to serve this in like a beaker and make it look really scientific because it is called penicillin. It will cure all your ails. It's probably got some I don't know, not medicinal like taste to it. The ginger is probably gonna like really be soothing, which is gonna make you maybe want to drink more than one. That might be fun.
Hmm.
That might be good.
There you go. There you go. And ginger is good for curing things like motion sickness. So if you're feeling a little woozy, maybe a penicillin cocktail is right up your alley. As I mentioned, the penicillin's a pretty new cocktail, so there's not been a lot of movie movement on the penicillin. Probably like in a decade, like everyone like at like a swanky place is going to be drinking a penicillin. I can almost
Mm.
guarantee that. But we do have a recommendation from a friend of the podcast, Liz from Cinema Sips, paired the penicillin with the film Train Spotting, which sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, that does not sound bad at all. I feel like if you're gonna watch Train Spotting, you're gonna feel dirty enough where you're gonna need some sort of antibiotic help. And penicillin could do that. And if you're not gonna do a real one, a drink that is named penicillin is probably the very apropos, as it were.
And that's right, absolutely. Train Spotting, which came out in 1996. rated R, but directed by Danny Boyle. There and stars, of course, a very young Ewan McGregor. They're kind of breaking into the scene. Trainspotting is a big cult classic of a film. We've never talked about it here on the podcast. Maybe we'll have to add that to the list sometime because that might be a fun one to revisit.
Mm.
And dang, hard to say. It is coming up on it is 30 years old next year, so maybe get that
Ooh.
on the list. I don't know, but if we do, we are for sure going to be making a penicillin. So if you have made up a penicillin yourself, if you've been to the Milk and Honey bar in New York City, let us know that. Let us know what you think about Train Spotting, and go check out Cinema Sips. She's awesome over there for sure. So thank you so much for tuning in to this lobby bar, and we'll talk to you next week.